Hey guys, and welcome back to The Groove, episode 27. I think that's backwards. I don't know. But 27. As you can see, I'm in a new scenery because I am now home for the year. Not for the year. I'm home forever. I'm home until I have the money to not be home anymore, which is in the unforeseeable future. As of right now, because I just got back. Oh, almost dropped my recorder. I just got back from Paris, and now I'm broke. And I'm lucky enough that I have a little internship coming up soon. Shout out, Unique Industries. I will be promoting party supplies and maybe printing your newest Pikachu paper plate that you will use at maybe your baby cousin's birthday party or something. I don't know. I could be doing that though. You could be eating off of a plate that I printed Pikachu on. And that is pretty cool to me, I think. And it's paid. Ding, ding, ding. It's paid. And that's good because I need money after my Paris trip. But Paris was wonderful. It was my graduation trip. I got to see the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and now, remember when someone stole, diamonds from the Louvre or something? They stole, the crown jewels, I think it was. And now, reading that headline, everyone's like, oh my god, how did they just commit grand theft at the Louvre? And I was just like, bruh, if it's, the Philly Art Museum, cakewalk, you can steal something from there anytime. Not that I've done that, never done that, but, now that I've been to the Louvre, I'm, flabbergasted as to how that was possible. Actually, no, I'm not that flabbergasted of how it was possible. Getting in there is like going to the airport. It's like TSA, but for the Louvre. You gotta put your stuff through, metal detectors, and then they have, TSA level, what is that thing called? Freak! What is that thing? The conveyor belt. TSA level conveyor belt with, high-tech sonar. I don't even know whatever they do. X-ray. That's the fucking word. Sonar. I'm weird. But X-ray stuff. And getting in there is crazy. Getting out of there is well, the place is a maze in itself. The map is the worst map I've ever seen in my entire life. I figured it out though, thank God. But worst map I've ever seen. And me and my friend Hassan are wandering through the Louvre. We go around, we figure out where we are, and then to leave, you have to go through a mall to leave. And then all of a sudden you make a turn, and then there's the exit, there's stairs, you just walk up the stairs and you leave. So honestly, and there's so many people there. I don't know where the crown jewels were located within the Louvre, but if they were located by the Mona Lisa, cakewalk. There is millions of people standing in front of a 4x4 painting of a woman who's half smirking, and right behind it is the biggest, most beautiful painting in the world, and not a single soul is looking at it. And all of the security is watching the people at the Mona Lisa to make sure that no one is using flash photography. So if you told me that the crown jewels were, so let's say the Mona Lisa's here, if the crown jewels were right here, bro, you could steal them any day. And then all you have to do, stuff them in your purse, walk down the hallway, and then escape through the Louvre Mall. So now that I've been there, it is still kind of crazy that someone walked in there and went in with a plan to steal the crown jewels. But the fact that they stole them and got away with it does not surprise me that much. And that's what I think about the Louvre. It was pretty cool though. Beautiful architecture in all of France. It's just gorgeous. We went to Belgium for one day, and I got to see Ghent. And fun fact that I learned there, because when we were walking around Brussels, I was like, why the hell are there Smurf murals everywhere? And maybe this is like a known thing, I don't know, but everyone I've told since I got home was like, oh my god, that's so cool. But there was like murals of Smurfs everywhere, and I was like, bro, what is up with the Smurfs? Like, why do they like the Smurfs so much here? I mean, they're like cute or whatever, but like they're not that cool for them to be everywhere. The artist who made the Smurfs was originally located in Belgium. He was living in Belgium, and he thought it would be really cool to just make a whole entire society of blue people who live in mushrooms, and that are like 2 centimeters tall. And now they take over Brussels. They're everywhere. Also, another really cool thing that happened in Paris, this is actually a known thing, and I didn't know about it, but it was so cool. We're walking around, and there's just like these little pixelated paintings on like almost every building. Like in any alleyway or a regular busy street, you can look up and you'll see on a building like a pixelated picture of like some character from a TV show or a video game or anything. And they were everywhere. It was like Bart Simpson was on one street, Miss Pac-Man was on the other street. It was crazy. So I'm like, dude, this has to be a thing. Like, why is there so many pixelated paintings everywhere of just characters? So I looked it up, and there's this guy, he's a painter, he calls himself the Invader. And he started out by painting Space Invader characters from the hit 90s video game Space Invaders. And he would just paint those everywhere. And then it became like a thing that people liked his paintings. So no one knows his real name. He calls himself the Invader, and he invades random cities throughout Europe, and just paints pixelated characters everywhere. And he invades the city, and I think that's so freaking cool. I mean, like, it would be even cooler if he did like original like characters that he made himself. But I think the fact that they are well-known characters is what makes him so famous. And I thought it was pretty cool. And there's actually an app that I found out when I got home. There's an app to track them. And there's a lot of fake invaders around. So when you scan it with the app, it'll tell you if it was an actual invader or if it was a fake invader. So if you ever go to Paris, or if you're ever anywhere and you see a bunch of pixelated characters and you're like, oh, this is getting weird, it's probably the Invader coming to invade your city. So I thought that was pretty cool. But over the weekend, since I just got home, I went to West Philly Porchfest. Hey, the 10th annual West Philly Porchfest, my 3rd annual West Philly Porchfest, and it was just as amazing as all the other years. Such a good time. I started my day at Knockbox Cafe and got myself a PB&J and a matcha. Both were absolutely delicious. And then I was greeted with the most amazing solo artist that I've ever witnessed in the middle of the street, known as Housing. Amazing stuff coming out of his little music box. He's so chill. The sweetest dude. I forgot that I had met him at my friend Malik's birthday party, and I like felt bad because I was like, I feel like I know this guy, and I feel like I've talked to this guy, but I'm having the worst time remembering. And he literally saw me and was like, oh my god, congratulations on graduating. And I was like, holy shit, I did have a conversation with the guy. I know him. And it was like the sweetest thing ever. Like, he remembered who I was like immediately, which I thought was really sweet. But his work is so good. He had the whole place. Like, I was standing with my friend Selena Allen, shout out Selena Allen, and she goes, this guy could cure world peace, because he had the whole street. Like, there wasn't, in the beginning there was a lot of people there, but some people weren't really like paying attention. By the end of it, everyone was dancing, everyone knew the words, and everyone was upset when his set was over because he just had that much of a hold on all of us. It was the best set at a Porchfest that I had ever encountered. And because of that, I wanted to shout him out and play Costa Rica by Housing. And I want him to know that I want him to tell me when his next show is, because I want to see it. I want to be there, and I want to dance, and I want to have a great time. because he's so fire. And then we're gonna play Annabelle by the Barrymores and Stay With Me by Hank Garrett. And I hope you guys enjoy these next 3 songs, and I will talk more about Porchfest after this break, but here we go. And once again, that was Costa Rica by Housing, Annabelle by the Barrymores, and Stay With Me by Hank Garrett. Porchfest. Back to Porchfest. I think Porchfest might be one of the best things that Philadelphia does. Okay, there's rudely a plane flying over top of me right now. Don't you know I'm recording my podcast? Hold please. This might be really loud, and I apologize. Is this a fucking helicopter that's gonna be here for a while? Okay, wait, it sounds like it's going away. I'm not even kidding, it dead stopped on top of my house. There's a fucking helicopter above my house while I'm filming my podcast. Oh, is it flying away? I think it's flying away. Okay, guys, I think it's gone. This is... Sometimes I wish my show was live, because that would have been really funny. But I'll edit some of that out. I apologize for my outburst of being angry just then. I apologize if you can still hear it, but it's like over there now. But anyways, back to frickin' Porchfest. Ugh. After I was rudely interrupted. I think Porchfest, if you have ever been to Porchfest, I think you would probably agree that it is one of the best events that we have in our lovely city of Philadelphia. I don't know, it's just like such a great, because it's free, and it's like such a great way for people to be exposed to a multitude of artists. And there's obviously, they have a map too. The map is very handy, but it's also just so overwhelming because there's so many houses and there's so many acts and there's so many artists that are performing that it's really hard to like comprehend like that there's so much. I want a sip of my coffee, I'm sorry. But at the same time, it's really helpful. But what I was gonna say is that even if you have an artist in mind that you want to go see, on your way to that artist, you're gonna pass by 5 or 6 houses that have other artists on those porches, so you can like stop and listen. And right afterwards, you can hang out with the artist. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, that's how house shows normally are, but like for Porchfest, I think it's just like it's a little more special because number 1, it's outside, and number 2, it gets everyone involved. Like, it's not just the one house, it's a million houses, and then all the neighbors also have to be engaged in it too because they low-key have no choice because it's just everywhere. And shout out to Sam Tate because Sam Tate normally always has a little bit of an after party in their backyard, and I always love going there afterwards just to like have a little end of the Porchfest celebration of everyone that was out and about all day just coming back to Sam's house and like chilling in the backyard. And then more performances also. It's going back over my house. Can this helicopter please go away? But that's always super fun to go there. But Porchfest is just very special to me. I love Porchfest. 2 years ago, I did a little like Groove on the Move interviewing people at Porchfest, and that was a blast. Would love to do that again, maybe in the near future. Well, the near future, it would be a year from now. But that's always fun. But it's just a good time. You meet more people, like whatever. It's just fun as hell, and it's outside. Anything that's outside gets me excited. Like especially around this time of the year because it's always so nice out. and that's why I'm filming outside today, because it's beautiful. But yeah, Porchfest is great. If you missed, oh, I'm sorry, that was loud. If you missed it this year, it's okay. You got another year coming. But now we're gonna take a little bit of a break and come back from that helicopter issue, and we're gonna listen to Thank You, I Guess by Forrest Nolan, which I found this song on TikTok before I deleted it. And then we have All Our Weekends by French Kicks and Fallen For You by Johnny. So I hope you guys like these next 3 songs, and here we go. And once again, that was Thank You, I Guess by Forrest Nolan, All Our Weekends by French Kicks, and Fallen For You by Johnny. Bangers, 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 bangers. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to talk about. Oh, well, last podcast was all about me moving out and leaving the college life and entering the adult world. I've low-key felt like I have re-entered my high school era, because I moved back to my parents' house, as most know at this point, and I love it here. My house is gorgeous. Clearly my backyard is very nice and very cute. My bedroom is right now being redone because I am older now and I don't want my room to be completely blue. So I'm redecorating that right now, which is actually so much fun. I've been like kind of addicted to it. Like literally every day I'm like, oh, I get to decorate my room. Like I get so excited. But I'm back home and I do love it here. It's like, it's so home, if that makes sense. Like it's such a home. Like the home sweet home saying, that's literally my house. I love it so much. But I think the problem that I'm having mentally with it is that I just feel like I'm in high school again, because I'm living back home again, and for the past 4 years I didn't. And I was like not completely on my own. Like obviously my parents helped me out a lot with school and other things like that. But like when it comes to laundry and like doing all of my things to make me a human being, like I did all of that on my own, and it wasn't like I gotta make sure that I do the laundry at the right time so that we're not using too much water, or doing the dishes, but not just my dishes anymore, because I'm not in an apartment with other people, it's my house, so I do all the dishes. It's just like, stuff like that just makes me feel like I'm back at high school, because also I'm living with my parents, which I love living with my parents. I have no issues with my parents. It's just, I feel like a lot of people have had the same experience when they move out for a little bit and then they move back home and then they're like, okay, it feels like you're kind of backtracking a little bit, when you're not necessarily backtracking. If anything, in my case scenario, it's being responsible and smart and realizing that I don't have the money to move out right now, so I should be home and working on myself and working on getting a job and just allowing myself to have a place where I can decompress and really rewrite who I am and where I want to go. So it's just a wild time, and also I haven't really been able to set into it too much because I was away in Paris for a week, like literally right after I graduated. So it's been a roller coaster of a ride, everyone. But tomorrow is officially my first unbroken week of me being home, and it's been pretty nice, I think. I'm getting myself back into the flow. I'm setting up my stuff. I got my mugs in what's the word? My mugs are in where they need to be, I guess. My room is getting together. I also am building an art studio / podcasting studio in another spare room in my house. So we're getting there. We're getting into the flow of things, and it's pretty nice. and it's helping me not be too scared about my unclear future at the moment. So it's been pretty nice. And also it's summertime, so it's like everything is wonderful. And I have a grad party. Oh, so excited for my grad party. That's gonna be a fun story to tell in the next pod. But anyways, we're gonna take another break. We're gonna listen to some more songs. First up, we have Nothing Good to Cry About by Wilt, Don't Erase Me Yet by 97 Otis, and Have You Been Waiting California by Dead Love Triangle. Hope you guys enjoy these next 3 songs. And as always, here we go. And once again, I forget what the songs were because I'm a stupid idiot and I closed out of my Spotify. It was Nothing Good to Cry About by Wilt, Don't Erase Me Yet by 97 Otis, and Have You Been Waiting California by Dead Love Triangle. Bangers on top of bangers. As you've probably noticed, if you're an avid listener to my podcast, the very few of you that are, thank you very much. I haven't been putting the songs into the podcast anymore because I low-key find it stupid. Not stupid in that I hate promoting songs. I love promoting songs. That's what the entire podcast is about, guys. But what is annoying and pointless about it is that I can literally only play 5 seconds of the song before Spotify and YouTube take it off of the air because of copyright issues. Dun dun dun. And I'm not gonna try to get sued because I ain't got no money. I ain't got no gas. So I just stopped putting the songs in completely. Out of pure laziness, actually, at first. Because I was just like, this is taking so much effort just for me to put 5 seconds of the song in, and people being annoyed that they can only listen to 5 seconds of the song. So, in between, I just kept the title slides so that if you are so inclined, you can go and look up the songs yourself. I know that's kind of annoying because my podcast is literally about discovery, but I'm talking about the songs still. So, if you're interested, you should go check them out. And even if you're not interested, you should check them out anyways because they're really good songs. So, go check them out. And also, if you follow my Spotify, I think I have it in, I don't know if I have it on my link tree. I have no idea what's on there anymore. I haven't looked at it in a while. But if you look at my personal Spotify, I have every single Groove podcast episode playlist on my personal Spotify just because it helps me do things, but also it allows you guys to see all of the podcast episodes and all of the songs that I feature on each episode. But enough about administrative stuff. If you're new here, this is the section of the show where I give my dad a little portion, and it's where I say a dad joke, ha ha ha, and then play a dad jam that my dad picks out. So, we're gonna get into the jokes, we're gonna get into the laughs. Up first is the dad joke. Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they'd crack up. Oh my god. Thank God I'm not an egg, or I'd be cracked. Oh. You know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. Not in that way. Not in that way, guys. I would just be cracked up because I would be an egg. You get what I'm saying. That was... Chat, clip that. Chat, clip that. That was pretty funny. That could be a reel, I think. I'd probably pop off if I put that as a reel. Probably not. Ugh, whatever. Social media. Anyways, it's time for the dad jam. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. It's time for the dad jam now. Ball and Chain by Social Distortion. There's no story about it this time. I've actually never heard this song and I forgot to listen to it before the episode. But I trust my father sometimes with his music taste. So I hope you guys like this one, and here we go. And once again, that was Ball and Chain by Social Distortion for today's Dad Jam. We're nearing the end of the episode, and I don't know if you guys have been looking, but I have a new tattoo. It's right there. It's a square, or it's a cube, because for my major, my first project ever was to draw a cube in perspective, and I did a pretty good job on it, but it's a little memento for my major, and I got it in Paris, so it was pretty cool. And shout out to my tattoo artist. Actually, I talked about my podcast to my tattoo artist, and his name was Jeff. Shout out Jeff. He was really cool, but I made him follow my podcast. I was like, shameless plug, you're gonna follow my podcast now. So if you're listening, thank you, Jeff. I love my tattoo. I get so many compliments on it now because people love it. But yeah, this is I'm going to talk to all of the recently college graduates if you're listening to the pod. If you're a recent college graduate, life is probably pretty scary right now. And if it's not scary, good for you. I don't whatever. But maybe it's not scary, it's exciting and it's also scary, but know that we're all in the same boat, guys. We're all doing the same thing. Most of us have probably moved home. If you haven't moved home, you probably moved into an apartment or a house with your significant other. Who knows? Everyone's lives are different, but the fact that we all just graduated college is so hype, and congratulations to everyone. And all of our hard work has paid off. Hopefully we get good jobs and we get crazy money in the future because of how smart we are. But if not, it's life, bruh. Live life the way you want to live it. And right now is the time where we can figure out how to live life the way we want to, which is pretty scary, but it's pretty awesome because now is the first time that we've ever been able to sit in the driver's seat fully of what we want to actually do. Because leading up to this point, we've always been in school. We've always been having our parents kind of guide us to where we're supposed to go, and now we can finally take that guidance and do it on our own and kind of do whatever we want responsibly. But yeah, it's a very unsteady but exciting and awesome little time that we're living in, and I think everyone that I know personally is going to do pretty well, and for those that I don't know personally, I wish you the best of luck. I'm sure you're going to do amazing also, because if you're listening to this podcast, then you're pretty cool already. So, yeah, I think while it's scary, you made it through college. We've made it through all of the life leading up to this point, so what's telling us we can't make it through anything else, you know? We got it. Jobs are kind of hard to find right now. Houses are really expensive, but everyone's in the same boat, and I think if we fight hard enough, that'll be fixed maybe in 10 years. And I think we're all gonna do amazingly, and we're gonna live the lives that we want to live. Keep manifesting that, and what's gonna stop it from happening? Only yourself. Only yourself. So get off your ass, get out there, do what you want, do what you love, and be happy doing what you do. And that's all you can ask for, you know? That's all you can really wish for in life. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be trying to do after I party it up this Saturday for my grad party. Shout out to everyone who's coming. I'm super excited. Dual Dialects will be DJing at my party, and it will be lit, and I'm gonna get drunk with my family and hopefully make a lot of money while doing it. But anyways, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay tuned for next week because we have a really, really, really interesting little interview coming up. Very different from any interview I've had in the past. Super excited about it, and it will be kind of opening us up and introducing us to the future of the groove. So I hope you guys really like this next interview. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna leave the guest as a surprise for later, and make sure you tune into my Polaroid Fade interview that was last week, which was freaking awesome. But yeah, or that was 2 weeks ago, whatever. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, the rest of your day, the rest of your life, and always remember to stay groovy.